In this video, we'll be taking a look at a few chart analyses to help you navigate the market this week. Sorry I couldn't put out this video yesterday. I had a very busy Sunday, so that's the reason why this video has been uploaded today. If you love the content, please like, subscribe, and leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. And if you're interested in learning trade forex like a professional, check out our complete forex trading course on Udemy. I have the link attached in the description below as well. And one more thing is that we have a community on Discord. If you're looking to be part of a trading community where you get to interact with intelligent traders, our Discord community is totally free. I also have the link attached in the description below. So let's get started. So this is a gold chart, 1 hour time frame, as I said earlier, and what we can see is an ascending channel, right? And last week we talked about the possibility of price retesting a certain level. I'm just going to pull this up real quick. So we had the formation of this chart over here like this, and we anticipated a bounce off of this level. We did get a bounce, but we failed to see a follow through. So I got in a trade, but I was stopped out at break even because when we made this move upward, I adjusted my stop loss to entry, right? So that's one of the best ways to trade in a risk-free environment when you run in profit. So unfortunately, we had a breakdown and we had this new price action formation, which is what we'll be talking about right now in this video. So this is the new outlook on the chart when it comes to gold on the 1 hour time frame. I still think we're bullish and there's a good chance we head higher. There's also a possibility we go lower, so it's all about probability. So my bearish case scenario, I'm going to start with that, is waiting for price to come all the way down here, consolidating a little, and then giving us a bearish breakout. This would be my bearish case scenario to go short. So last week I talked about the possibility of not even thinking about going short if or when we took out this area of value, right? So over here, so I was like, if we get a breakout and retest, I may not go short because gold still seems bullish, right? And that seemed the case because we hit the bottom of this channel. So last week I didn't draw this channel, right? So I just figured out this channel a few days ago and seems to be playing out nicely. So we hit the bottom of the channel and we had a reversal. So right now we seem to be consolidating a little. So if we hit the bottom of the channel again, consolidate a little and get a bearish breakout, that would be a more precise confirmation to go short, in my opinion, right? The reason is because we would probably head towards this lows, taking out this lows and this lows, probably going back to this area of value over here for a retest before heading higher, right? So this is it briefly for my bearish case scenario. And for my bullish case scenario, I don't think this area of value is relevant right now, so I'm just going to get rid of this and I'm going to pick this trend line. So if we take these highs, I think there's a good chance we stay patiently, wait for a consolidation, hitting this trend line, consolidating a little, and then giving us a bullish breakout. So if we get this bullish breakout, this will be a more logical scenario to go long following this price action on gold, right? So that's it briefly for gold. So to repeat my bullish case once more, I'm simply going to wait for a consolidation within this range, right, and a bullish breakout before going long, right? So we may not get a consolidation all the way to the end of this space or this zone. We may just go up, but at least get a consolidation over here and then a bullish breakout for us to go long. So this is going to be my bullish case scenario for gold. If anything changes, I'm going to update my charts in the Discord. I know I've not been active in our Discord, but I'm going to try as much as possible to be active this week. Moving on, this is the Nasdaq chart on the 4 hours time frame. So as you can see on the charts, we seem to be trading within a descending channel. So clearly a bearish trend. You can see lower highs and lower lows. So the last time we hit the top of the channel, we did get a very good solid sell signal, and I talked about this now one of our videos, prior videos, and we had this massive decline, almost 1,000 pips or so. So right now we seems to be at the same crossroads. Are we going to get a breakout or are we going to get a bearish reversal? So please don't mind the lines. These lines indicate trades I've taken in the past, over here, and over here. So right now I'm still indecisive because there's a good chance we get a bullish breakout this time. Remember, one of the rules of technical analysis is that whenever price touches a level too many times, that level is likely going to break. So over here we've seen 1, 2, 3, 4. Now the 5th time we are heading towards the the highs of the channel. So there's a good chance we go higher, right? So this is what I'll be watching out for to go bullish. So I'm going to wait for a slight consolidation, at least a struggle between the bulls and the bears, because I think this is a very significant resistance level. Speaking about the channel right now, a significant level to break through. So I think we'll get a consolidation a little and then a bullish breakout. So if this happens, this will be my confirmation to go long. So I'm going to go long at the breakouts. Stop loss is going to be below the consolidation that leads to the breakout, and my first target obviously is going to be around here, not so far. The second target is going to be around here. So this would be probably a decent profit, and we're just going to keep grinding the trade as we go higher, or if we do go higher, right? So this is going to be my bullish case scenario. Mind you, you also have to be careful because markets could give you fake outs, right? So nothing is 100% certain. So when we get our breakout, we'll be careful, trail our position as much as we can, take profits, and just try as much as possible to use good risk management, because there's a good chance, there's a good chance we get the breakouts to these highs and reverse downwards. So many traders would be hoping for more bullish momentum when we break out from this channel, but this could easily become a fake out. So that's why I'm going to try as much as possible to get a very good entry. Then when we get to these highs, adjust my stop loss to entry after the breakout, then see how the trade moves, right? So that's it briefly for the bullish case scenario on Nasdaq. So I'm going to explain now my bearish case scenario. Okay, so I have to zoom in a little so you can see clearly what I'm about to explain. So zooming in, one of the reasons why I will consider the bearish case scenario is because on the 4 hours time frame we seem to be extremely overbought on Nasdaq, right? So we seem to be extremely overbought. The last time we oversold was at the bottom of the channel, which led to this massive move to the upside. So now we're extremely overbought and we're at the resistance level of the channel, so the higher bounds of the channel. So there's a good chance we reverse a little for price to cool off, probably coming to this area of value before maybe going higher, if that's indeed what the market intends to achieve, right? So for a bearish case scenario, I'm going to wait for a consolidation, a good consolidation, with price starting to make a lower lows and lower highs. Then I'm going to find a breakout entry to go short. I hope you get the point. So I'm going to go down to the 1 hour time frame. Maybe I can show you this even more clearly, right? So getting rid of this line, excuse me. So you can see the structure we have here is price creating higher lows. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So higher lows and higher highs. 1, 2, 3, 4. So though it's a steep movement, but you can clearly see the highs and lows. So if we do get a consolidation over here, for example, and then takes out these lows, so these lows, for example, so I'm just explaining with the 1 hour time frame, right? So if we do take out this low, then retest that area of value, so something like this, then I'm going to look for an opportunity to go short over here, aiming for this area of value, right? So this is how I'm going to trade Nasdaq for a bearish case scenario, because a structure like this tells us, okay, there's a good chance we are going to head lower, because now we're making lower highs and lower lows. So this is my bearish case scenario for Nasdaq, and like I explained earlier, you already know my bullish case scenario for Nasdaq. So something else you could watch out for, since we are on a 1 hour time frame, is drawing a trend line like this. So this is not very effective, but it could also work, right? So we could draw a trend line like this and wait for a bearish decline, right? So you could draw a trend like this and wait for something like this. So a movement to the downside, breaking the trend line, consolidating, and then falling down. So something like this could also work, right? And you just get opportunity to enter a little bit quicker, right, before you go short. Meanwhile, if you're going to go short, stop loss should be above these highs. That's if we do get that bearish move before a bullish move. So above these highs will be your stop loss, and your take profit target will be around this area of value. Then you watch out what price does. So if we get another consolidation and a bearish breakout, then you go short. But if we get a consolidation and a bullish reversal, then you go long. So this is my base case scenario for Nasdaq, my bullish and my bearish case scenario for Nasdaq. Moving on, we'll be talking about GBP-USD real quick. So a member of my community asked me to review so many chart setups. So the reason why I wouldn't be able to do that is because most of the charts are so messy, right? So that's the reason why I've picked GBP-USD and EUR-USD in this video, because they look cleaner. So why struggle with so many charts that looks messy, that may eventually lead to losses or cause you confusion when analyzing them? Why focus on those when you could just focus on the best charts, right? And in a week, you need just 1, 2, 3, 4 good trades to make a buck. So here's a GBP-USD chart on a 4 hours time frame, and we seem to have found a very nice bottom, right? And seem to be reversing right now. So like I've been saying from our prior videos, GBP-USD seems to be in a bullish trend, with price creating higher lows and higher highs right over here. So we had higher lows, 1, 2, 3, and higher highs, but eventually we made a lower low, right? But we had this W pattern. So this W pattern is another chart pattern that signifies a trend reversal. So having made this pattern, we had a bullish breakout from the resistance level. Now I think there's a good chance we are going to head higher, eventually, taking out these highs with time. So what do we do in this kind of market? You only look forward to go long, right? Because this is clearly a W pattern, a U-shaped formation, right? So you look forward to go long. So I'm going to zoom in a little. So there are two scenarios that could play out for you to go long. And to do this, you have to be a little conservative, right? So what I mean by being conservative is that you have to be patient enough for a retest, where you look for your trade positions over here. It could be a bullish engulfing candle, a strong doji candlestick for a bullish move, followed by a bullish candlestick. So that will be your confirmation to go long over here, then aiming for higher price target. So your stop loss is simply going to be below the formation of that candlestick, right? So this will give you a tighter risk to reward ratio for your trade on GBP-USD. So this is conditional on the fact that we do get a retest. Mind you, that retest may never come, or you may need to be so patient for that retest to come before you get it. So this is about being patient. So I wouldn't be jumping into a trade right now because it doesn't seem logical. So if you jump into a trade right now, the best logical position to put your stop loss would be around these lows. That's because we do not have a clearer lows around this price level, because we had a straight move to the upside. But if you wait for a retest, right, giving that reversal to look for opportunity to go long, for example, you get your entry over here, your stop loss could easily be underneath this low. So this gives you a tighter risk to reward ratio compared to jumping into a trade at these highs. So this is how I trade. If I don't get those tight risk to reward ratio, I simply let go of the chart, right? So this is the first case scenario to go long on GBP-USD. Mind you, I wouldn't be going short because I don't see any reason to right now. Okay, second case scenario is that we probably head higher a little, then get a good consolidation, right? So it will be a bullish continuation pattern, right? It should be a bullish continuation pattern. Symmetrical triangle with a bullish breakout, bullish rectangle, ascending triangle, descending triangle. As far as at the end of that consolidation, we get a bullish breakout to signify a continuation of the trend. This would be your scenario to go long. So the second scenario to go long. So these are what conservative traders does, right? So if we get a pattern like this, your entry would be at the breakout, stop loss would be below the consolidation that leads to the breakouts, and your target should be probably around these highs. Around these highs, first major significant highs, right? So this will be your first target while you trade the rest of your position if you're interested in holding those positions. So the reason why I wait for these consolidations is because price does not move in a straight line. At some point, price needs time to breathe before making its move, right? You can see similar patterns whenever you get massive bearish or bullish price movements, right? So you can see over here, dump, consolidation, dump, consolidation, dump, consolidation, dump, consolidation. So that's how price moves. So similar price actions what we're watching out for to go long in this case scenario for GBP-USD, whereby we wait for a bullish confirmation or a bullish consolidation to go long. That's if we do not get a retest, right? So that's it briefly for GBP-USD. Moving on, we'll be talking about US500. So US500, similar to what we have on Nasdaq. Difference is that we are currently not at this trend line. So you can see we have a trend line here with 1, 2, 3 touches. So there's a good chance we pop up a little, pop up into this trend line, and then dump hard, right? So I know we're currently trading around an area of value, but I wouldn't just jump into a trade over here because we're at an area of value, right? Because there's a good chance we pop off a little, hitting this trend line before reversing to the downside. So this is what I'll be watching out for to go short. So I would only be going short if we get a pop off, hitting this the higher bounds of this channel, of this trend line, excuse me, then finding a reversal to the downside, just as I've explained on Nasdaq, right? So this is something to pay attention to for those who are looking to go short over here. I think it's best to be patient a little because you may get a small move to the upside, consolidate a little, then get that secondary move to the upside before eventually reversing to the downside. So this is something to pay attention to. Don't just jump into trades, right? Because we have an apex price level over here, which is this trend line, compared to jumping into a trade at this area of value, right? So that's how you trade. So even if we don't get to this trend line, I'm going to be staying away from the market because Nasdaq seems better to me, right? Because we are currently at our trend now on Nasdaq. So this is how I'm going to trade the bearish case scenario for US500, and for the bullish case scenario, I'm simply going to wait for price to get into the trend line, consolidate a little, like I explained on Nasdaq, then get a bullish breakout. So this will be a better scenario to go long. So entry at the breakout, stop loss underneath the consolidation leads to the breakout. First trade positions or take profit target will be these highs. Second one around these highs if we intend to go higher or if we intend to hold our positions for longer. So that's it briefly for US500. Pretty swift and straightforward. Moving on, we're talking about EUR-USD. So EUR-USD is similar to what we have on GBP-USD. So this is a 2 hours time frame on EUR-USD. Similar chart, higher lows, higher highs until we made a lower low, which gave us this formation. So there's a good chance we make a lower high. So maybe coming to these price levels and then coming back down. So we are just going to trade what we have on chart till this formation comes to pass, right? So what do? We simply look for an opportunity to go long right now because that's what the market is showing us through the price action we can see on the chart. So this is 2 hours time frame. Zooming in a little, you can see we're coming close to a resistance level, which is what we have over here, like this. So we have a clean and clear resistance level. So I'll be waiting for a consolidation around these price levels for me to eventually go long if we get a bullish breakout. First case scenario for a long position, and second case scenario is waiting for a retest of this price level where I'm going to look for my opportunity to go long. So this I'm going to trade EUR-USD right now, and my first target is going to be around these highs. Then I'm going to watch out to see what price does. So eventually it's going to be weekend again, and we're going to review the chart once more. So this is my bullish case scenario for Nasdaq. For EUR-USD. I wouldn't be going short right now because I just don't see any reason to, right? Because we clearly broke out from this trend line. So this green trend line over here, we had a bullish breakout, a retest, a consolidation, and now a follow through. So it's either we get a retest of this area of value to go long, or we get a consolidation around the current price level followed by a bullish move. So this is 2 hours time frame. This could happen on the 1 hour time frame. It could take a few days to form, but provided we get a good consolidation and bullish breakout, that will be my confirmation to go long on EUR-USD. So lastly, we'll be talking about US30. So this is also similar to what we have on Nasdaq and US500, right? So the US30 is also known as the Dow Jones, and we seem to be trading a little bit closer to this trend line. So similar to what we have on Nasdaq, I'm going to wait for price to pop off into the trend line where I'm going to look for opportunities to go short. So that opportunity to go short could be waiting out for a clear change in market structure on the 1 hour time frame before going short, because right now it is currently on the 4 hours time frame. So this is my bearish case scenario for US30. And lastly, my bullish case scenario, similar to what I explained on Nasdaq, I'm going to wait for price to consolidate a little over here, and give us that bullish breakout. So the reason why we wait for a consolidation followed by a bullish breakout with bearish case scenario is because when this consolidation happens, it may give the RSI enough time to come into the safe zone, giving us enough room to go higher, right? So that's the one of the importance of consolidations in this type of market conditions, right? So that's it briefly for this week's analysis. I'm sorry I couldn't put out this video yesterday, but I hope you get it sooner and it helps you navigate through the market this week. And one piece of advice is that do not focus on complicated charts. There are so many charts out there. Try as much as possible to focus on the straightforward and easy charts where you don't have to stress yourself too much. That's it from me, guys. Once more, if you're interested in learning trade forex like a professional, we currently have a sale going on and it's going to end in about 3 days. Use the link in the description below to get a discount. And if you want to be a part of our Discord community, it's totally free. Also use the link in the description below. That's it from me, guys. See you next week.